Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Average Uninformed. For this week, Josh and I decided to try out a game of Would You Rather to see if we could learn something new about one another. That rhymes. Anyways, we got some fun stuff and we got some dark stuff, so sit back and enjoy. What is this?
What does my shirt say?
Callahan
Callahan Auto Parts.
Is that a reference for something?
It is. You know what the reference is?
I wouldn't have asked.
That's a good point. Only one person in my life has ever gotten this reference outside of.
Did you marry them?
No. It's from the movie Tommy Boy.
Oh.
This was the auto parts chain that both him and Richard worked at.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't they like a used car?
No.
They
worked for Callahan Auto. That movie is fantastic.
Well, I think you're the one that showed me that movie.
It is so great. It's one of those comedies that still holds up. What is it? 20 years later? 25 years later?
I think 98?
Yeah, maybe even earlier. Maybe like 93, 95.
I was thinking 93, 94.
Boy, this is great podcast content.
I know, right? What you got for news?
Screw the news, Victor. How you doing?
Oh. I was looking forward to the news, but I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, I'm good. Can't complain. Not really.
Oh, that attitude.
Would you like me to? Because I could probably find something to complain about.
Aren't you packing right now? Packing your house up?
Yeah, I'm moving. That's exciting, though. That's not a complaint.
Are you actually enjoying this process of like packing things up?
Dude, it's like high stakes Tetris.
Wait, are you just packing stuff up and leaving like in your house, or are you moving it to the new place?
I don't have access to the new place yet, so it's all just stacking up in my living room.
That seems like a hazard.
Yeah, you build cool forts out of it, so that's true. Cool. Anyway, what's the news, Victor? Captain Marvel opened last weekend. Did you know that? Oh yeah, we went and saw it.
I was like,
but it opened really huge, Victor. It opened to $455 million worldwide.
I have a hard time. Like, I have no base for that number. What's in relation to Avengers? How is that?
Okay, forget Avengers. The new Shazam movie that's coming out, it's projected to earn $40 million in its opening weekend.
That sucks.
Well, no, that's a good opening for that size of movie. Captain Marvel, that's amazing how well it's doing. And it's already, by the time we're recording this, it's made $550 million altogether. It's going to make $700 million by the end of the weekend. So it'll cross $1 billion probably in the next 2 weeks.
You think it'll cross $1 billion?
The way that it's skyrocketing, probably. To me, it is a little weird that it's this movie that's going so quickly.
Doesn't it usually drop off? Like, I don't know, people who actually want to see this movie usually go within the first 3 weeks, right?
You would think, but there's like that female superhero thing to it. There is it's the last movie before Endgame, and it's the introduction of this character who's apparently going to play a big part in Endgame. So there's all sorts of factors that would call people to go there.
I mean, it was a good movie. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve it. But
it wasn't horrible, but it's definitely not one of Marvel's greatest. So it's not like Black Panther making as much as it did. Yeah, I get it. This movie is it's like Ant-Man making $1 billion.
Yeah, that's weird. I just want a Nova movie.
Yeah, and a Moon Knight. Cool. Moon Knight would be cool. I would rather have Moon Knight than Nova.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my personal preference.
Well, he's so different from everyone else, right?
Yeah.
Like, I like Nova better as a character. Like, I don't know much about either of them, but I like them. I like his looks better. I like his origins better. But like, I think Moon Knight would just be a better change of pace.
Well, even all the iterations of him have been pretty cool. Like Moon Knight, that is. Even if you just went his original route, like his debut in the 70s, where he's just a billionaire, but he has 3 different identities and does all of his groundwork by himself. I think that's in itself cool. But then then you get into people making him actually suffering from multiple personality disorder, and
that's cool.
And I think even the more modern one, he is just straight crazy, I think, and sees a giant bird demon everywhere.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
There's all sorts of cool stuff to pull from with Moon Knight. And plus he's basically Batman.
Yeah.
He's Marvel's Batman. Victor, speaking of Captain Marvel, and I'm actually speaking about the original Captain Marvel, as in Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Adam movie is happening with The Rock.
Yeah.
And so the thought is that after the Black Adam has his debut movie, they will eventually square off against each other because they are mortal enemies.
Nice.
That was a weird transition. That was a long way to get there. But anyway, but Black Adam movie, apparently, along with The Rock, they're gonna have Hawkman and Atom Smasher.
I don't know who that is.
I can
It sounds
picture
familiar.
Atom Smasher. But I don't think I think he's really big. But anyway, and Stargirl will also be in it. So some members of the Justice Society.
Cool. Down with that. Is it good?
I'm cool with more DC characters. Hawkman, I always prefer Hawk Girl to Hawkman, but
I don't
I
know
think
anything
she's
about
just more
Hawkman.
interesting. But
Yeah, these characters, I don't know anything about them.
it makes me wonder too, because Black Adam is apparently he's been around for like a long, long time. Like he's semi-immortal or just very old.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder if with the Hawkman stuff, because there is a version of Hawkman where he's just like the same person reincarnated.
Yeah.
He and
Hawk
his Hawk Girl. If you say it weird, it sounds like you're just saying hot girl.
Are you not?
But there's also, I think in the animated series, they were like aliens or something like that.
Aliens from another planet.
So his inclusion, if they do that, it makes me think that it'll be kind of like a Scorpion King movie where it'll be, it'll take place in the past and then the team up movie will be in the modern age or something.
You know, The Rock. He likes them old in the past movies with those. You know what? Never mind. I was thinking of Scorpion King, like how to spin that into this.
Good one, Victor.
Did you end up watching Scorpion King?
I did watch it at some point.
Was it? How
It's
bad
fine.
was it?
I mean, that was when The Rock wasn't like a good actor. So
Yeah, no, that's what I was asking.
I don't really remember it. So that's my review of it.
Good.
It was forgettable. I got a funny story for you, Victor.
Ooh.
Or is it funny? Who's to say? So there was a guy who was angry his photo was used.
Uh-huh.
It was used in an article to prove that all
yeah, I saw
hipsters
it.
look alike.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't him in the photo. That's really it. We can talk about it if you want, but there's not much else to that story.
No, that was pretty funny. I remember seeing that. I think it was the first thing I saw in the morning on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
What an idiot. It's one thing to be like so outraged that you, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just check your facts before you attack someone.
Yeah, that's not what we do in today's society.
No, that's definitely not. I was actually thinking that today because I was watching a review for something, and at the end of it, the person did kind of like this. What is becoming the standard is like at the end of the review, they're like, you know what? And it's fine if you don't like this movie. It's fine if you do love it. It's so dumb that we have to add that disclaimer at the end of reviews now that it's like, it's okay to have an opinion. Just because someone disagrees with you doesn't make them dumb or whatever. Like,
if you say so.
I don't know. It's fine. If you want to waste your time screaming on the internet because someone disagrees with you, that's your prerogative. But I just think it's
That's
so
like
dumb.
half the internet right now.
I know. I just think it's so dumb that we have to like tell people, hey, don't fight in the comments.
Oh, the joys of YouTube.
And the internet. Did you hear that they're going to be banning cell phones in classrooms next year in Ontario?
I'm surprised they haven't done that already.
Well, it's apparently happening. So are you for or against it?
Yeah, I'm for that. I mean, obviously I'm not in school anymore, but like, totally see why. Like, if it was me back in high school right now, I'd probably be upset. But
Well, yeah.
like, it makes total sense. I was already distracted enough without a cell phone in high school.
I know, right? Like I didn't have a cell phone, and I had a hard time paying attention already.
Yeah,
I just would rather be drawing. But
well, like now, I could, even if I'm working, like I put my phone away because
It's a
otherwise I don't get
distraction,
anything
right?
done.
yeah, I'm glad they're doing it. It's apparently only in public schools though, so
Well-
I don't think it would affect universities and colleges. But so just be high school and
Well,
elementary school.
I think by the time you're in college or university, I think they expect you to know better because you're paying for it. Whereas high school, people don't care, right? So they almost have to like hold your hand,
yeah.
make sure you do what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. And and I say this having been a teenager at one point in my life. Teenagers are dumb.
So, yeah.
They cannot make good decisions for themselves. It's crazy that we have people decide the rest of their lives at 18 because your brain's not even done forming until you're 25. So anyway, so yeah, I'm all for that, but I'm apparently an old curmudgeon now. So
Yeah, well, that's why we know better.
but I didn't have a cell phone in high school. Did you have one?
Nope.
Oh, neither did I. I just said that. Said it twice.
Yes, you
It's
did.
that important.
I had an MP3 player though. It had Snake on it.
I had an iPod Nano in grade 11, I think.
They had nanos back then?
I don't know, whenever it came out. The little tiny iPod. Just before you could put music on your phones, kids.
I had that option, but then but the batteries back then were so terrible. I remember like it was advertised. You can listen to 5 hours of music or talk on the phone for 9 hours.
Yeah. Anywho,
What else you got?
Marvel is developing a new series called What If? It's coming to Disney Plus. It's going to be an animated series. And so it'll be non-canon, obviously, because it's What If. But the thought is that they may be able to get some of the MCU actors to come and reprise their roles.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Victor?
That's interesting. Are they gonna pull these what ifs from the canon universe?
How do you mean?
Like, what if someone else became Captain America? Or what if Captain America was one that died?
And Peggy lived or something?
Yeah.
What if Peggy got the super soldier serum?
Or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that's the great thing about What If is that you can do anything. If you're unfamiliar, there was a series of comics that Marvel used to do. This was before like fan fiction was a thing. And it would just be like these one-off comics that were not in canon with the rest of the universe, but it would just be like simple things like, what if Jane Foster found Mjolnir instead of Donald Blake? You know, what if Doctor Doom was a good guy? Like simple stuff like that. And the benefit of being not a part of the universe is like there's actual stakes again, and people can die, and like they don't have to go back to the status quo at the end of it. And anyway, so they're gonna make a TV series.
Oh, it's a TV series.
TV series.
Is Disney Plus gonna be like a TV channel?
It's basically Netflix.
Oh, so
for
like
Disney products.
Okay, so it is okay. So it's like their own thing. But did they ever announce how much that stuff is gonna be? Disney Plus?
No, they did say it was going to be cheaper than Netflix, but nowadays that's like most things because Netflix keeps jacking their prices up.
I was safe from all that, the price changes because I was like one of their first wave of members. But now I'm paying. I went from paying like $9 a month to like I think I'm paying $15 now.
Yeah, me too. It used to be like $7 a month or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Like it was like so cheap that in college where you are like
strapped for cash.
You're like, that's actually not fun. Anyway. Speaking of that. Victor, did you see the new Aladdin trailer?
I did.
What did you think about it?
I wasn't bothered by the first one. People didn't seem to like that first one, but like this one, I really liked it.
Yeah. It looks fine to me.
It sold me on the things I was already excited for. The only thing I still hate is Jafar.
Yeah, he still sounds. What did you say he sounded like?
He sounds like an Apple genius. Sure, would you like to buy a new program? It comes with a free lamp and a genie.
And if you need anything, I've been Jafar. Yeah, I think that guy needs to chew the scenery a little bit more. That's a role that you could get away with that, and no one would really bat an eye.
I'm hoping that they chose a person like him so that when he becomes the genie at the end, that he is actually threatening. Like there's a clear
unlimited power.
All right, there, Jafar. I'll just take the 1 year protection plan and be on my way.
Did you hear that?
I did.
That was my stomach.
That was very strange.
It just went.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. I had lasagna, and it's just.
You have a child in there, just like murmuring away.
It just had a little quado. Just like Quaid.
I understood that reference.
What were we talking about?
But they showed a lot in this trailer. They showed the marketplace. They showed him running from guards. They showed some bits of songs. What do you think?
Is everyone good at parkour? Like, is that like a class you can take in high school now? Is like,
yeah, it's a part of the street rap program.
I mean, that's just become such a Hollywood standard that like if anyone is running through someplace, they're good at parkour.
But I mean, it's not everyone, right? Like it's people that are.
It does
that do
make
that
sense
a
for
living.
Aladdin to be good at like he kind of was good in it in the animated movie. Like he did that. Was that
Pole
the
vault?
vaulting pole over the building roof at one point and stuff? But yeah, that doesn't really bother me.
It helps a lot, especially if you're singing.
Yeah. Speaking of singing, I didn't really like his voice.
No?
And when he sang The Whole New World.
It didn't bother me.
Oh, to me, it sounded like she was singing and he was like speak singing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Also, did you know the girl who plays Jasmine was the Pink Ranger?
I did know that. Her name is Naomi something.
That kind of blew my mind.
Oh, yeah. Did you know that actors can be cast in more than one thing?
I thought she was white.
Okay. I don't have an answer for that.
That was my first thought. I was like, wasn't she white in Power Rangers? They stuck to like, I don't know, the casted.
Yeah, everyone else was ethnically appropriate.
Yeah, that's probably the better word for it. Actually, I was thinking like, I'm trying to sound racist.
What did you think of Will Smith rapping some of the songs?
You know what? We have the original Aladdin. It's not like it's aged poorly. It's an animated film.
Yeah.
So I am 100% fine with them taking this movie and just putting a spin on it, more of a modern spin on it.
Yeah, because that was the thing I was complaining about with the last trailer was that it looks so much like the original, and it's like, why are you even bothering? But they did show enough this time that it's just like, okay, so there is some new scenes. Mm-hmm. There's some like he definitely does have a different take on the genie.
I'm excited though. It's kind of strange that he's not blue all the time, but I'm okay with that because he wants to, he's a genie and blend in, right?
Yeah. Apparently, Alan Tudyk is going to voice Iago, the parrot.
Alan Tudyk. That sound familiar.
Wash from Firefly.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
He does lots of Disney voices nowadays, so it's not surprising. Kind of like their go-to. I got something for you.
What?
Did you see that they're making a Hitman's Bodyguard sequel?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's called The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Weird.
So Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson are back.
Perfect.
Selma Hayek is back as Samuel L. Jackson's wife. She is the titular wife. It's coming out 2020. Morgan Freeman and Frank Grillo will also be in it.
Ooh, I like Frank Grillo. Morgan Freeman, though.
He's probably the bad guy.
Wait, has Morgan Freeman ever been a bad guy?
Oh, yeah. He's been a few bad guys.
I can't think of one.
On Wanted, he was the bad guy. Spoilers.
Never watched it.
Oh, really? I thought you would have seen that one.
Nope.
Did you see Lucky Number 11?
No.
Oh, okay. He was a bad guy. Apparently he's a bad guy in real life. Anyway, they hired someone to direct Shang-Chi, Destin Daniel Cretton.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know who he is either. The point is that's just like one more step of confirmation that they are making it. That's not rumor.
Cool.
So there you go. Shang-Chi movie's happening.
Neat.
Victor, you want to talk about that Avengers trailer that came out today?
I do.
Actually, thoughts?
I'm going to pause it right there. Wait, this is actually the poster, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of the poster? This is news to me.
Cap being front and center does not bode well for his fate.
Oh no?
My stomach went again. Yeah, I just feel like they're just like, hey, Cap's the star of this one. He's gonna die.
Well, I mean, Iron Man was the star of the last one.
He got stabbed in the belly.
But he didn't die. I would be okay with Cap dying in this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it, but he makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he's not a character who can just retire, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I like that Captain Marvel isn't front and center. I mean, really, it makes sense that Cap dies because you can only have one captain, right? You can't have two captains in a team.
Because Avengers 5, they're just like, hey, Cap. And they're both like, yeah. They mean you.
That's the ongoing joke.
Yeah, it's just all throughout the movie. It's like, call it Captain. And they're both like, well, I think we should. No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Trailer was pretty cool. Like we just watched it again because I've only watched it 3 times today, twice this morning.
Yeah.
So I kind of forgot almost all of it. That was good.
It's a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of something as well.
I think there's only 2 scenes that I wish they didn't show.
Which is what?
The one with Hawkeye and what looks to be either his daughter or someone else.
I think it's his daughter. Yeah.
Because like that looks like he has a different haircut, and that could be before Infinity War, and that's where he sees his family disappear, assuming his family disappears, or that could be at the end, like at the end,
like
and like that's the
his
happy ending. Yeah.
Well, I think it would be before because we know he's in like Tokyo doing whatever, dressed as a ninja. He has a real dumb haircut. And so that screams to me he's in mourning.
Yeah.
It's okay. I was dumped once and I shaved my head. People do dumb things when they're sad inside. So, I mean, that haircut just screams to me he's been going through some things.
And the other one was the last shot where they're walking through the Avengers hangar.
Yeah.
And Stark is shown with Nebula with them.
Oh, okay. What do you think of the suits in that scene?
Looks weird.
Yeah, I'm still not. They look dumb to me.
Like I'm assuming they're quantum realm suits.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it. You need the suit to go into that realm. But why is Rhodey's War Machine armor painted that color?
That's what made me like it. Like, that's like the thing in my brain that it's just like, okay, so it just goes over their regular uniforms while they're in the quantum realm. And then when they get where they're going, it comes off, I would think.
Stark's not wearing his Iron Man suit.
But he's got nanobites or whatever. Like his is skin tight at this point.
So stupid.
Anyway, because to me, they're still kind of ugly. I don't like the idea of them having matching uniforms. I get that they're a team, but the thing I enjoyed most about the Avengers is that they're a team of like mismatched people, and that they all have their own kind of look, and like that's what makes them unique. Where it's like the Fantastic Four, all of them are wearing a 4 on their chest, or the X-Men all have the
blue and
X.
yellow at somewhere.
Yeah.
What do you think of Cap's scale mail?
Honestly, I don't care one way or the other. Like there's some people who've been dying for it to happen, but it doesn't matter to me.
I'm down with it. I like it. I'm excited that they finally did it, but I wish it was a little more noticeable. But yeah.
Did this trailer hit you in the feels, Victor?
No, not as much. I think the first one hit me a bit more. Again, like the same thing as you said. There's a lot of nothing in this trailer, and I like that. I like that it's basically the opposite of what Sony does with their Spider-Man trailers. They give you so little of the movie. It's great because like you don't see any sort of action scenes involving Thanos and Avengers.
Thanos isn't even in this trailer.
No.
I will say it didn't make me like choke up or anything like that, but there's a line that Black Widow has where she says something along the line, we have a responsibility to the people who aren't in this room or something like that, along those lines. And as she's saying it, she kind of like stumbles over a word. She's like, we have a responsibility to the people not in this room or whatever. And then so that every time I watched the trailer, I was just like, because it's not shown because it's voiceover, but I can imagine her just kind of saying it, welling up. But
you think she's talking about old Barton?
Maybe his family, because she was very close with his family.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to end up together in this movie?
He's married.
His wife's dead, Victor.
Is she though?
Maybe she is. I don't know. Anyway, we can speculate more about Endgame as it gets a little bit closer.
Oh, it's
so we move on to the topic of the week?
Yeah. So this week we decided not to do a movie review, just to mix things up.
We're going to play a game.
Game of Would You Rather.
Yep. This doesn't work. It was Victor's idea.
Well,
sorry, the bus needed a speed bump, Victor. Okay, well let's establish some ground rules.
All right.
Okay, so you have to. There's no like I would rather kill myself.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, you have to choose one or the other, and you can't tell anyone that it's a would you rather thing. So like, if it's like you have to walk around naked for the rest of your life, you can't tell anyone. It's because you have to do would you rather. It's just, this is just a choice I made.
Okay. And then I have one. It's if it's a negative, there's no workaround for it. Take it as if the devil was making this deal so that you would be doing
worst case scenario every time. Okay. All right. I'm down. Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, let's do something a little bit easier first. Oh, would you rather win $50,000 or let your best friend win $500,000?
Okay, well, so I win $50,000, or my best friend wins $500,000. Hello. Well, my best friend is my wife. So no, okay. For the sake of it, okay. So let's say,
and
it's
assuming
someone
your
else.
best friend would not give you $50,000,
They wouldn't.
they wouldn't give you any of it.
So then, so you're just basically asking me if I'm greedy. So okay, so you're telling me that if this person, this hypothetical friend that I have, wins $500,000 and they're my best friend and they don't share any of it,
I think on the basis of this deal, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be allowed to.
they wouldn't be allowed to. So that's a whole new ball game. Because there's the whole thing of like, you're thinking about it like, oh, I would share my 50,000 with them. They would definitely share some of their.
Well, they wouldn't have known that you would have gotten $50,000.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, would they at least like pay for dinner every now and then?
Oh yeah, probably.
Because I wouldn't expect them to be like, hey, I just won $500,000. Here's 50 grand for you. Like, but I would expect them to be like, hey, I'm going on vacation. I've rented a home in Florida or whatever. Why don't you come over? Don't worry about. Just get yourself there, and I'll pay for everything.
Yeah. Well,
like I would expect that kind of.
Yeah, that would be on the table.
Ooh, could really use 50,000, but I would be the boring adult who would be like, well, put it into my mortgage, like, put it towards the house or something like that. I'd probably go with a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you do, Victor?
I would 100% take the $50,000 and put it towards my mortgage.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it, like, would my friend do it? Like, would my best friend do anything that would benefit me as much as $50,000 would benefit me?
I'd be more likely, like, if I had $500,000, I would be more likely to lend you money if you asked. I probably wouldn't just give you money.
It's different because, like, my best friend it's tossed between you and John.
Okay.
All right. You should have said it wasn't me.
I just gave you $500,000, but whatever.
But like, I don't know. You guys are both well off. It'd be different. It'd be 100% different if like they were in like a bad spot. Like, all right, they're struggling a little bit. 100% give them the 500,000.
I struggle, Victor.
Do you?
Work has been so hard lately. You know that. Anyway, is that one decided?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Red odds, evidently.
Do you want to go to a dark one?
All right.
Okay. Would you rather time travel to the past and accidentally make out with your mom, or go into the future and accidentally make out with your daughter?
Oh, I have a daughter?
Or son, whatever.
I would go into the future.
In the future? That's it? You're not even going to think about it?
No, there's no thought about that.
There's no way you would go back in time to kiss your mom.
No.
It's not like you're going back in time to kiss your mom. You're just going back in time and you happen to make out with your mom.
Yeah. But there's nothing in the past that would entice me to go back there.
Really? Okay, well, let's...
My mom didn't grow up in like a very nice area of Hong Kong.
Okay.
So I don't speak the language. I don't really relate to the culture very much. So for me to go back there and make out with my mom, that's just a negative in every way. Whereas future tech, and it's a gamble at that point.
Well, okay, but here's the thing though, because you're only going back in time to like so that they're around your age. So let's say 20 for both.
Okay.
So let's say you have a kid this year, 20 years from now. How different is it really going to be?
Well, I can tell you how terrible it would have been when my mom was 20.
Because when would that have been? Because when my mom was 20, it would have been 1975, maybe.
My mom would have been 81.
Okay.
She would have just came to Canada and just set up. I'd be back in my hometown. That sucks.
Yeah. Because I would have, well, yeah, that's true. Because they would have been in Plenum. Yeah. Small town in the 70s. Yeah. It's not like they were in New York or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, is you're going back in time. You're not just going back to make out. And as soon as you make out, you're like gone. You're time traveling. So you could go and be like, you know what? I really want to watch Star Wars the day it comes out or whatever. Or you could be like, I want to see what Disneyland is like in the 70s.
See, I know my mom. So like I know the kind of person she is.
Uh-huh.
And like there was no way. Even if she wasn't my mom, I would not interact with her in that way.
Okay, well, here's the other thing though. You go into the future to when your daughter is 20. Eventually you're going to hit that day in real life. And you're going to remember it. And
Been
you're
there,
gonna
done that.
And there's going to be a day when your daughter is like, this guy who kind of looked like you made out with me today. Maybe she would. I'm assuming you have a good relationship with your daughter.
I would assume so.
I mean, you're tongue kissing her. So so she would tell you about it. And then she'd be like, he kind of looked a lot like you. And then there could be that chance of like the discovery of like, she'd be looking at old photos of you and be like, that guy looked just like you when you were 20,
damn, girl,
in your
you got
20s.
You got some daddy issues or something? You gotta tell me about? No.
So that's weird because it's like one thing to be like, oh, I did that. But then it's another thing to be like, you did that. And then 20 years later, you have to relive it.
Why are you reliving it?
Because you're reminded of just like, oh, yeah, that happened. That drunken time travel night.
Whoa, I'm time travel. I ain't drinking. Time travel responsibility.
So, yeah. So you would say,
yeah,
go in the future.
Future. You?
I'd go in the past.
Really?
I think.
Oh, but you have a daughter. That's different. That'd be so weird if she listened to this podcast. Like, she grew up.
Yeah, I
You
chose to
the
kiss
future.
your grandma for you. Yeah, I go back in the past because it's like the makeout part is just like the one bad thing you have to do. The rest of it's like I get to time travel.
You'd rather go back in time rather than the future?
I'm gonna see 20 years from now, probably, unless something happens.
I mean, I should hope you see 20 years.
If it was like my granddaughter or my great granddaughter, then that changes it. But it's not. It's your daughter. So, like 2040, I'm probably going to see in my lifetime. I will never get to see 1975.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd still rather.
You dislike your mom that much.
Future is what I want to see.
I also don't like the idea that my daughter is just making out with strangers
that look like you.
that look like her dad.
Well, I don't like the idea of my mom.
Because it's not like I'm going to get into a relationship with her and then we kiss. Like,
yeah, she's just stumbling out of the bar.
Yeah.
Guy's the first dude she sees.
Ugh. Anyway, so I think we've done that one.
I think we figured that one.
Your turn.
Would you relive the same day for 365 days or lose 10 years of your life?
Depends on the day. Is it a good day?
I'd say it's a relatively negative day.
Like what happens? Is it like I get an injury or is it just like people are annoying?
Like your dog dies?
Oh, okay. That would be a bad day. Okay, but the rest.
But you are aware of this day, but no one else is.
Well, yeah, it's a Groundhog Day situation.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and then or what is it? Or lose 10 years off my life?
Yeah, but you don't know how long you're gonna live. So
if I live till I'm 40, I could die like soon. No, 10 years. That is a lot.
Yeah,
because lots can happen in 10 years.
Yeah, because I was trying to think what's the equivalent of like mentally reliving the same day for a whole year. I think originally.
Yeah, and then so at the end of that year, do you just continue on, or do you skip ahead to the year?
Continue on.
You just continue on.
Yeah.
Okay.
As if it was the next day. It actually happened.
So you'd be really well versed in that day.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you could take advantage of it too, right?
Oh yeah.
You could plan the perfect heist.
You could, yeah. In the midst of like you're putting down your dog.
Well, forget that. Like I'd be so
numb to that idea.
Numb to that idea by the second week of him dying. You're like, who cares? He's dead to me. I feel like it really depends on my mood, how I treat everything, and if I'm expecting certain things.
Expecting certain things like,
I don't know, like you go to work and your boss is like, by the way, you need to finish this by the end of the day. And then you're like, oh, great. Wasn't expecting this. Now I have to finish all this work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so if you like, that's only a surprise the first day. And then maybe it's a surprise the first couple of days as you're figuring out, oh, I'm repeating the same day.
Yeah.
But like your attitude will shift towards it. I imagine you'll go through the 5 stages of grief where you'll just be like so angry at everything. And then, but there'll be an acceptance to it. And I think, I don't know, I think your perspective of the day will change.
It'll shift pretty quick once you like realize what you can take advantage of.
Well, not even take advantage of, just like realizing, like, I think there would be a catharsis to it of just like dealing with the same people every day, and like you would not fall in love with them, but like you would learn to love them more. You know?
Well, I asked this question to my friend yesterday because I was kind of going through this list with her,
Mm-hmm.
and the original was the 365 days for a year, or you lose 5 years of your life, and they went with 5 years. She's like, I don't want to, like, the mental.
That's like the best experience, though. Like, obviously, I'm going with the 365.
Yeah,
you basically get a whole other year to your life. I'm assuming you don't age during this time.
No, probably.
But your
not.
brain ages, right?
Yeah.
So you could like read all the books you ever wanted to read, as long as they were printed at that time. Like you could learn to play the piano. Like I'm just taking stuff from Groundhog Day now, but like, like you could learn to do so much in that time. Like I feel like as soon as I realized that was happening, do I know it's 365 days though? Or is it just, well, maybe this will happen for the rest of my life?
I think for this, yes, you will. You know it's 365 days, so you know.
So I could plan my year accordingly.
Yeah.
Every day you just call in sick because like you could quit your job if you wanted to, but like if it's gonna, if your life's
quit it in
gonna
a different
continue,
way. Set the building on fire.
Yeah, I'm sure there would be times where you're just like, what if I just, kill the guy? Like, what would happen?
I mean, could you technically fast forward it by just killing yourself 300 times?
Maybe.
I guess how would you do that? You gotta. That's a lot of pain. I mean, you don't have a gun.
You could get a gun. You could find the right people.
I guess you only just like you just got to get a hold of it.
Yeah.
Go to the police station, just grab a gun. Boom.
Yeah. You don't need to own it.
Go through the 2-week process of getting a gun.
Yeah, I would definitely do the 365. Like, there's just so much more use to that, whereas like the other one is just loss.
Yeah,
I think I see it as a gain. Like already, what was that movie? It's called like In Time or something, or About Time.
I don't remember.
It was about that one guy who could go back in time.
I remember. I saw the ending of it. My roommate was watching that.
Yeah, it's the guy
from
from Star Wars in it, and Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
So at the end of it,
movie, like wooing her, right?
Yeah, and at the end of it, he said how he would do it is he would live a day and then go back and relive the day again, and so he would know that everything is coming, and so he would purposely change his attitude towards it and be happy, like when someone spills their coffee all over him, you know, and he would just enjoy it. And then he said he got to the point where he didn't have to go relive the day.
You just
to do it. He just had that attitude. I feel like that's what it would be like. Like it would just be a good year, I think.
Well, her argument was that like the mental strain it would have on you too. Like if it was frustrating, you just couldn't get over it. Like
I feel like it would only be a mental strain once you go back into it, because then you would expect like, oh, isn't Jordan supposed to show up at the door right now? Like, no, he was here yesterday.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I quit my job yesterday.
I should have just called in sick.
There was an episode of Stargate where they do an episode where they do that, the time repeat.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like the beginning of the day. For one of the characters, Teal'c, at the beginning of the time refresh, someone opens a door into his face in the hallway.
That would be annoying. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I would definitely do 365.
Same.
Yeah.
Like I see the argument for the other thing. Like if it was a bad day, like you got bad news that day or something like that.
It would have to be a really bad day. But even then, like if it was, I broke my leg and you feel it every time, then that's different. That would give me pause and I'd have to think about it. But if it's just like bad news or whatever, or, you know, someone was annoying or like, yeah.
All right. That's fair.
All right. Would you rather live in your car, like you can't leave your car ever?
Oh.
Or everywhere you go, you have to walk?
Like I can't take a bus,
no
flying.
So if you're like, hey, I want to meet you for dinner, I have to leave 2 hours earlier because I have to walk there.
So I have to either live in my car. I can never leave my car.
Never leave your car. Anytime you eat food, it has to be through drive-through or someone brings it to you. Or I don't know, maybe you get a hot plate. Anytime you go to the bathroom,
but wait,
you do it out the window.
I can't even like go grocery shopping at that point.
No, you can't.
Oh.
But you can't order groceries and have it delivered to the back of your car.
I would say walk everywhere because like I'm just picturing like trying to live out of my truck. No.
Okay, well let's say you had like a minivan.
Like a camper van.
Not a camper van. Like a minivan.
Still no.
Something that's not built for living in.
No, because I'm just thinking like, what if I want to go to like a nice restaurant? Or like what if I want to go to the movies? It's drive-ins.
Yeah.
No, because I can't have people over.
Well, you can.
What, 3 people over?
shotgun.
What do you want to do today, guys? You want to go for a drive? Or do you want to...
By the way, you can't tell people, right, that it's a would you rather.
Oh,
So
right.
they're just like, Victor, why don't you ever leave your car? So, just because. I like it in here. It's nice.
It's lifestyle. It's a lifestyle I've chosen.
And the other thing is, with walking everywhere, you can't cross continents.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd be stuck in this town.
Like you could walk to somewhere in North America, or you could even walk to the tip of South America if you wanted to. But
I know, but knowing me, I wouldn't. So I would live in this city.
Yeah, you have to make money.
I mean, if I walk everywhere, I'd probably just...
I'd be in good shape though.
Yeah, I was like, my legs would be jacked.
Yeah.
I think I'd walk everywhere. You?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'd probably walk everywhere.
Yeah. I can see the argument of driving everywhere.
I think I would get like bed sores, like from sitting in the same seats over and over again.
Because like, yeah, you know what? You walk everywhere. You can't get very far, but you have access to so many more buildings.
Mm-hmm. And like, what if you have health problems? You get the doctor to come into the car with you.
You drive the car into the hospital.
What about your love life? Any date you have, it's in the car.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah. Hey, want to go for dinner? McDonald's or Wendy's?
I can't even do Five Guys. Well, not in that sense.
Depends how many seats you have.
Nice.
No, you could maybe pay someone in the parking lot. Be like, can you order me this? I can't leave my car.
Just run away with the money.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
You'd have to deal with that.
I will run you down, sir.
As long as you come outside. That was decided. We'd both choose walking.
I think so.
Yeah.
Would you rather kill a close friend or
done
live to
Go ahead.
or live only until you are 40?
Live till I'm 40. I know I'm dying at 40.
Let's make it a little bit worse. Between 40 and 45.
But somewhere in that time, I know.
Somewhere in that time frame, you are dying.
Do I know?
You don't know how, you don't know when, but within that time frame, that is it. That is all you know.
Or kill a close friend.
Yeah, and you would get away with killing a close friend.
Okay, so the thought is that if I kill a close friend, then I get to live the rest of my life.
Yes, assuming that you live a long life, and you're not wasting.
What if I die at 45 anyway?
You die at 38,
and I killed a guy. Honestly, I'd probably just live till I'm 45.
Yeah. My initial thought was like, oh yeah, I'll kill someone. I wouldn't be happy about it.
I think you would be.
I would be happy about it.
Yeah.
But I don't get to choose. Let's say I wouldn't get to choose who I get to kill.
So you wouldn't get to kill someone of your choosing. They'd just be like,
they would
kill your roommate.
Yeah. Someone, the devil picks like one of your close friends.
Yeah, I definitely go and just live my life. If you know you have a death sentence, you tend to appreciate your life more.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has a death sentence, but when you know it's coming sooner rather than later, you tend to enjoy life more.
I agree with that.
And you'd make those last years last. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, at that point, you just stop working, right? You're like,
probably, right?
You work enough, and then you just bail.
Or there's like the opposite, where you're like Walter White, where he's like, I need to make enough money so that they're not saddled with debt when I die.
That's a rough one too.
But we live in Canada, so free healthcare.
It's true.
Yeah, and then those 5 years, as long as you're not sick, you live life to the extreme fullest, where you're just like, maybe I'll go skydiving. Maybe that's how I go.
Your parachute goes, but like you land, but you land fine. You like maybe like fractured your leg, but
and then you get infected, and then you die.
You get attacked by cheetahs.
Someone released wolves in the hospital.
Imagine you're in the hospital. It's like, oh man, I totally thought I was gonna die there. You see a bunch of wolves coming down the hall. What's a dick?
Ooh, puppies.
Touche, devil. Touche.
Yeah. So I
that one
definitely
settled?
just live to 45 or whatever.
I initially said, oh yeah, I'll kill someone.
You have to live with that, Victor.
Yeah, that was, and then I started talking through that with my friend. I was like, shit. Could I kill someone? Sorry. Could I kill a close friend?
Yeah, because that's different.
Because I feel, yeah.
I don't think I could kill a stranger.
Well.
Well, I learned something about Victor today. I'm glad we're close friends.
But yes, final answer. I think I would live to 40, 45. But I would heavily consider killing someone.
During the rest of my life. Really consider it. Okay, I got one for you. This is the classic superhero one with a twist.
Okay.
Would you rather be invisible or fly, but both of them, it's all the time? So if you're invisible, you're never opaque again. You know, you're flying, you never touch the ground again.
Like I don't have the option to?
No.
Like what if because like I like my bed.
Yeah, you'd be sleeping in the air.
I don't know how comfortable that would be.
Probably not at all.
So wait, what if I use the bathroom like when I'm dropping bombs?
You're just dropping bombs.
Oh no. The splash is ridiculous.
Maybe you just don't stop using toilets altogether. Like you can just fly over the woods or someone's car.
I do hate my neighbor. Oh, but invisible would be so cool.
But no one could ever see you again.
But I would never look terrible.
That's true. Do you think you'd get really fat? Because you just wouldn't care?
I might. Like I only work out because I want to be a little bit stronger, not necessarily for my looks.
Okay.
So I probably would 100% get fatter. So.
But there's also like the whole thing of like anytime that you're introduced to someone, you'd like have to take their hand to shake it and like be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. And it's like, yeah, I know. Or anytime you walk into a room and you say something, you'd have to get used to people being like, ugh, or people always being like, is someone there?
No.
Or just being like, always having to be like, yeah, I said it, I'm invisible. Or, you know what I mean? I think that would annoy me.
No, but it'd be funny though. You could just leave a conversation. You could just straight up leave a conversation and no one would be offended. Well,
no, people would be offended. They have no idea you're gone.
Yeah.
People would constantly be bumping into you though.
I just get really good at dodging people or tripping people. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there.
Okay. So
I think I would take flying actually.
Flying?
Yeah. As annoying as that would be. Was that?
You like to poop on people from great heights?
That's how I murder people.
But think about that dating life, though.
I got something to talk about, though. Sorry, Sarah. Before we continue with this, I need you to put this harness on. Trust me, it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to show you the world. I could still leave conversations.
That's true.
Okay, bye.
But you never touch the ground again. You're always hovering. People are like, would you just sit down? And be like, sorry, I can't. Be like, why not? And be like, well, that's just my choice.
The ground is filthy. Your chair is disgusting. So I gotta go poop now. Where's your window?
Oh man. Yeah, I'd probably choose flying too.
Yeah, I'd take flying. Never be able to eat meat again, or never be able to eat vegetables again.
Okay, so my immediate question is, do I just get the natural vitamins and minerals from meat or vegetables?
You would still maintain a healthy body chemistry.
Okay, so like I don't have to go out of my way with either to be like, well, I'm not getting my vitamin D, so I better start taking.
Like let's assume you take a supplement that would fill in for whatever you're missing.
I really like chicken.
Chicken is very good.
I like steak.
Steak is delicious.
Beef. That's a tough one because like there's some good vegetables out there too.
Oh yeah.
Because my immediate thought is just like, I don't have to eat broccoli anymore. But
you don't like broccoli?
I tolerate broccoli.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is where it comes down to it. Do tomatoes count as a vegetable?
Well, it's a fruit technically.
So I can still eat tomatoes?
Yes.
In either case? Okay.
Really? Tomatoes is deciding?
Oh, tomatoes is my favorite. Like we could have everything else for a sandwich, but if we don't have tomatoes, then I'm just like, well, I'm not making a sandwich then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's say you can't have Impossible Burgers, like the Impossible,
or is it like vegan burgers? Is that what they are?
The vegetable proteins, or like the that burger from A&W that actually has a texture of meat.
So okay, so if I choose to not do meat, then you're saying I can't have anything that's like faux meat. Then I can't have a tofu burger.
You can't have anything that's so close to meat like those two things. You can still have veggie burgers, but that's like eating cardboard at that point.
Oh, I just thought about pizza. Oh, vegetable pizzas are not great.
Really?
You need some sort of meat on a pizza, man.
That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Onions, tomatoes, feta cheese, pineapple. That's fantastic.
There's so many things wrong with that last sentence you just said. You know what? I changed my answer. I am going to kill a close friend. I would probably realistically give up meat because there is enough meat alternatives out there that it would be easier. Like if you gave up vegetables, like there would be so much you have to do to like.
Oh no, you would still have like that one pill you would take.
But I mean, like vegetables are just so good as part of like balancing out a meal as far as taste and stuff like that. Like, I would dearly miss meat, but I think I would go with vegetables. And plus, the Canadian Food Guide nowadays says that you need more vegetables than meat. So
yeah, but Canadian Food Guide doesn't have the magical pill.
Yeah, I think I go with veggies. Keep the veggies, get rid of the meat.
Yeah, I think I'd do the same.
Yeah,
I like
because there's no like meat asparagus out there. That's like, this is chicken, but it tastes like asparagus.
Wait, what's your top 3 veggies?
Asparagus was I just pulled it out. I don't like asparagus.
Oh.
Top 3? I don't know. Corn.
You don't like asparagus?
No.
Oh man.
I like a good pea.
Wait, how do you feel about spinach though?
Spinach. Spinach is good as long as it's mixed with something.
Not just on its own?
No.
What about like raw spinach, like a salad?
It really depends on what else is in the salad.
So I think it's like my top 3. It's broccoli.
Everyone's dying to know.
Asparagus. And you hate both of those.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Spinach.
Okay. All greens. That's good.
I kind of lucked out on that because like those are like the top 3 greens in terms of like what you get out of green veggies.
Mm-hmm. So you can never have kids.
Okay.
Like not even adopt.
Okay.
Like because there's a clerical error or something and you've been put on like a sex offender list or something like that.
Can I have fur babies?
No human babies. Okay. You can't adopt or anything like that. Or once you have a kid every year of your life.
That's insane. I'm not birthing them, so.
Yeah, but you have to take care of them.
Oh, government benefits.
Yeah, I can have a freaking
reality show. Every year is a new cast or a new member.
Okay, so every year. So let's say you get married and you start having kids at 35.
Even if I only live to 45, that's 10 kids. That's insane.
Yeah. No one says you have to keep them, but you can
What am I doing?
them.
Catapulting them?
No, you can put them up for adoption.
Wait.
Put them in foster care.
Is this assuming that it's with my wife or are they just appearing? Or like am I just having,
yeah, that's another thing.
Or am I just having sex with random women?
Because like, okay, let's say you have a pregnancy scare with a lady.
Yeah.
If she has that baby, every year, one of the times you have sex, one of those women are going to have a kid.
I could start my own town.
Because let's say you live to 80. That's like 45 kids.
That's insane. I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of cool.
Would you stop having sex altogether? Think about it. Like it would be like when you get to like year 10, it's like, even if I just have sex once, that means that that lady's going to get pregnant.
Oh, I have to pay for childcare?
Yeah, it's expensive. You have to quit your job or hire a full-time nanny or nannies. I'd have to get
another 2 jobs.
Yeah.
As much as that would suck, I probably have no kids.
Yeah. But you're not allowed near any kids. Because there's a clerical error.
Wait. As a sex offender in that reality, am I allowed to go to a mall?
Probably not.
Son of a bitch.
You're not allowed to go.
Wait, yeah. What is the rule for sex offenders in Canada?
I think there's like, it depends on what you were given as your sentence, but it could be like 500 yards, I think, or something like that.
500 yards. That's ridiculous.
Maybe it's 50 yards. It's still half a football field.
That's still a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, wait, I couldn't even live in this neighborhood then.
No, you can live in your house. I mean, you just can't go to parks.
just picturing a reality where I'm a sex offender. That's hilarious. Like, because I'm not living it, that's hilarious. Different story if I'm in those shoes. But yeah, probably no kids.
No kids.
Because at least that way I have some financial freedom.
I feel like I would do the kids maybe, and then they're just like move to a farm or something, and you just live off the land.
You wouldn't be able to farm fast enough to feed.
What are you talking about? And then after like 10 years, you got you don't have to have hired work anymore.
Oh, every year you get a new worker?
That's right.
Oh, shit. But no, after a certain period, they're going to start leaving the farm. I guess it doesn't matter once you get to a point, you just have a constant flow of kids.
Yeah, there's always like, well, Daniel's leaving at the end of this summer, but
Janice, you're up.
Yeah, Janice is old enough to work the fields now.
I'm assuming you named a girl named Janice.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I don't know. In reality, if like I didn't want my life to change at all that much, I would probably just do no kids.
Yeah,
it would be a bummer, but I think you would find a partner too who would understand.
Yeah, before we go, I have to legally tell you I'm a sex offender.
It's just a clerical error. They won't amend it.
And
but I'm not allowed to adopt.
You say that one was settled? No kids? Never be able to use YouTube or any other like video service similar to YouTube, or live without movies and TV shows.
Oh, YouTube. I don't even have to think about that one.
Really?
Well, yeah, like get rid of YouTube.
Oh.
I don't need that at all.
Huh. Wasn't expecting that. I thought you were gonna struggle with that one a little bit more.
No, man, I love movies. There's no way. Yeah. How about you enjoy a 2-hour film that, people put a lot of money in, or you can't watch this guy getting kicked in the nuts.
Okay. Well,
I use YouTube every day, but I don't need to.
That's fair.
It means I couldn't watch trailers for movies ahead of time, or I couldn't watch shows of people talking about movies.
You got to go to the theaters to watch the trailers.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when trailers used to be exciting.
Yeah. Because you'd be like, oh my gosh, shut up, everyone. I haven't seen this one.
It's like, ugh.
It's like 8 car commercials, and then the trailers come on, and you're like, are you serious? The movie was supposed to start a half hour ago.
Honestly, when we go to the theaters, like the movie starts at 7:30, the movie should start at 7:30.
Yeah, they should have all the previews ahead of time.
Bunch of
but
assholes.
Anyway, oh yeah, hands down, I would choose movies and TV shows over YouTube. YouTube, it's fine. It's a nice service to have, but it's not a necessity like movies are for me. Yeah.
I'm the opposite on that one.
Ooh, okay.
Because I use YouTube for not necessarily just for killing time. There's a bunch of YouTubers that I watch for reviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But outside the reviews, which I also heavily rely on, I do a lot of my learning on YouTube too.
Yeah, there's
a lot of the programs I use.
But even reviews and learning, you can learn that by reading. You don't have to watch a video.
There's a lot of tutorials out there that are very poorly written.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. And I've found since I've been using YouTube and shows like Game Grumps or the Angry Video Game Nerd, there are seasons of it.
Yeah.
Where it's I was really into the Angry Video Game Nerd, and then I kind of fell away from it and I found something else to watch. And right now I'm really into Screen Junkies, but before that I was really into Collider Live. Yeah. And your taste change with YouTube, whereas I find all the shows that I'm watching on there, it's not if I missed it, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, you know what I mean, that's fair. I think you're going by quality over quantity at that point.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I don't know. There's a lot
I get a lot more work done during the day, I think, if I didn't have YouTube.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. To be fair, for me, if I put a movie on or a TV show on at work, I just end up watching it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I use YouTube so much. I don't know if I can give that up. It would suck because we wouldn't have a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Can't watch any of them.
It's a podcast about books.
Was that your foot or your stomach?
That was my stomach again.
That was aggressive.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just stuff is moving in there, and gas is just bubbling up, and it goes to the top. It makes a noise. It's a whale song,
Mm-hmm.
Just. Yeah. Right. So hands down, movies. There's not even a question.
I was hoping you'd struggle with that one a bit more, but all right.
No.
Seems we're settled on that then.
Okay. Last one for me, Victor.
All right.
you're immortal, but you keep aging,
Ugh.
or you stop aging physically at 6,
What?
but you live the rest of your life normally.
So wait, am I like by year 200? Am I gonna be like a twig laying in a bed?
I don't know when it will happen to you. No one's lived that long.
But let's say like your body will keep degrading.
Yeah.
Huh. You know what? I might take a gamble with living forever.
Living forever?
And just hope that like technology gets so advanced that I can just transfer or like get limbs and just better my body.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to do that?
Idea.
That's allowed, right? Like I'm still technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say your brain won't age, so you're not going to suffer from dementia.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
So I'll be like perfect, like mentally perfectly healthy. Like let's say it peaks at my prime and it stays at my prime mentally. Yeah, I'd probably take that.
You have to deal with all the people you care about getting old and dying, though. So
I could live with that.
Do you think you'd just get to a point where you just stop making friends?
No, but I think I would come to terms with that. Like, yeah, that's gonna happen.
I feel like I would get to the point where I get flippant with people, like they become disposable to me. Not that I would like kill them or anything like that, but it'd just be like, you're a single serving friend. Like, yeah, you're only gonna last like 60 years of my life. So, or like you only make friends with them for a little while and then you move on, you move somewhere else. You just keep exploring. Yeah, make new friends. You just have friends all over the world. And you always have to be hiring new nurses because you'd be getting old.
Who's old now? Jess.
She's like, I thought this gig was gonna be like 3 years. I've been here for 35.
Bet you paid well though.
She's like, this is the greatest gig of my life. So that's
almost like a sugar daddy.
Because that would be the worst too. Because if you're aging physically, and eventually you're gonna lose control of your bowels.
That's all right. Just plug a tube in. Jackpot. I even have to go to the bathroom, and some girl empties out my bucket. I don't know. Yeah. I like to assume going forward with that there's a chance I can just go full RoboCop. Just be badass.
I don't know though. There are merits to being like, because you get to live a regular life. The only negative aspect is you have the body of a 6-year-old. But like,
you would never be able to have like a normal dating life.
No,
because everyone that would date you would basically be registered as a sex offender or a pedophile.
You'd only be able to date the really weird people.
Yeah.
You'd constantly have to be shopping at Baby Gap.
Oh, your clothes would be so cheap.
That's true. You would have to fight to be taken seriously all the time.
Just carry a gun.
You'd have to. You do. Someone give a 6-year-old a gun? Okay, honey, you can't wave that around. That's a dangerous toy. Shut up.
You basically be Stewie.
Give me my 401k.
I've earned this, damn it.
Yeah, you'd probably never find anyone to marry or.
Well, if you do, they probably grow out of it.
Yeah, you haven't hit puberty.
Yeah.
So would you even have a desire to go and partner off with somebody?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. If the drive isn't there, nah. You know what? I still like the idea of living forever.
Well, and I think we'll just say with the 6-year-old thing, your brain still ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would get bored with immortality.
Oh, of course, for sure.
I would want to die at one point. I think,
and you can't kill yourself.
As much as I would hate being a 6-year-old for my entire life, at least I would know there'd be the sweet relief of death.
All right. Well, that has been a strange episode. How'd you enjoy it?
It was okay. I hope people find it entertaining.
I like to think that we learned something about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not the best things you learn about each other.
I feel I know you. But I don't want to know you.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. It's been another episode of The Average Uninformed. If you guys have any would you rathers, post them in the comments.
What would you choose?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Go leave your answers in the comments. That'd be interesting to see, actually.
Yeah.
And if you want to get in touch with us directly, you can reach us at averageuninformed@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys again next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.